Hey everybody, Radaman here. Thanks for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included. So I got a ton of tips from you all, and I just want to go through them one at a time before I really start this episode rolling. So the first one was from Andre. Andre mentioned if I add a little bit more power capacity, I would be able to have my steam turbines produce a little bit more power for me, and rather than have them turn on and off, on and off. So here's the thing. I agree with you. I do want to eventually unify my power storage to be in one spot, i.e. here. But temporarily, I will add some jumbo batteries. And I'm going to add them here. The jumbo batteries are going to allow me to store a little bit more power. So right now, I can store up to 60 kilowatts. If we take a look at my power network, all of my smart batteries are wired together on this backbone. And we can store 60 kilowatts because each of the three smart batteries stores 20 kilojoules. Or, sorry, kilojoules, not kilowatts. I don't know why I'm calling it kilowatts. Yes. But I would say, even more importantly, I have a bit of a starving Pokeshell situation going on. So I'm going to tend to the starving Pokeshell as I talk about the other tips. So the other tips would be Shield mentioned that I could be doing a lot better job than mopping. This is going to require me to put in a floor in here. This will make sense as I get the floor in. Essentially, I'm going to be putting in a pitcher pump here, and the extra floors so that I can fill it to a certain level. Again, not going to, it will be made obvious soon. Another thing I wanted to do is set this to above 6,000, because once my insulated gas pipe backs up beyond this gas shutoff is going to spill out a bunch of natural gas everywhere out of here, much the way that it did when I was doing hydrogen and oxygen. So I might as well shut off that pump now. All right. Another tip was from Giggling. Giggling mentioned that Bryce. Let me mop this up. Bryce, who is going to be our newest member of the team. So first off, let's give you your name, Lyra. Where are you, actually? You are going to be Bryce. And the suggestion here was that Bryce does not have a snazzy suit. So if we go to clothing, snazzy suit, one's right in here. So dump snazzy suit out, and this snazzy suit will go to Bryce. Everybody else is in a snazzy suit for the morale, and now Bryce is too. So here, Bryce is going to go pick it up. Slowly, because God knows you're slow. Okay, so I need to make some quick changes here. First things first, I want to disable this auto sweeper, because the auto sweeper is going to be doing something I don't really want it to do. And then I'm going to blow up some stuff that's in my way. Everything will be made obvious as to what's going on soon. Disable this building. Disable that building. Alright, there we go. Other tips. Vod mentioned that I had a buildup of heat here. So let's fix this. One of the easy ways is to uproot 2 of these oxiferns and replace them with wheezeworts. Let's put wheezeworts in this area to help with the excess heat. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one here. I have one there. These will become wheezeworts, and this will become a wheezewort. Alright. And that's about it. Power did mention that I could have a proper recreation room, but that's just not going to be the focus for this episode because I have other things to attend to, like starving pets and dwindling population of my ranches. Those take precedent over espresso machines. Okay, so here, I'm going to replace this storage bin with a refrigerator. And I would say, let's try to aim for this Pokespawn not to starve. You are going to starve in really, really, really soon. You're going to starve in like 9 days or so, something like that, ballparked. So that's my goal. Don't let him starve. So back to the jumbo batteries. I'm going to add a few jumbo batteries in here. 1 and 2. And put them on the heavy watt backbone. And that will allow us to go from 60 kilowatts, or kilojoules, to 140 kilojoules, which is a big increase. Alright, so now as you can see, I am setting it up so that we have a bit larger of a pit here. Actually, don't build that. I want them to build the inside tiles first. Not that they're necessary to exist, but it looks better. Alright, this also means that this ranch won't allow for max size, but I really don't see that I'm ever going to have 8 Pokespawn. It's just not something that's ever going to happen, if I'm being honest. So I'm not worried about that. Okay, let's keep prioritizing this up. Let's filter some water. A little food poisoning in there, so I'm going to wait. Hey, you. Let me get you. Chunk. Now, there's a lot of polluted dirt here, which is going to allow me to feed my Pokies. So let me sweep this polluted dirt as a very, very, very high priority sweep. That way I can get food to them quick. And let's re-enable this liquid pump now that my liquid reservoir has capacity. Okay, now back to the Wheezewort. I was going to put a Wheezewort here. Put a Wheezewort here. I know I am doing so many things at once. Right. Actually, you know what? I don't even need to do this. I'll just dig it out. Alright, cool. Eventually sweep it. Hey, new printables. Sand, operating suit wear, who's biohazardous and yokel. That's not terrible, but like, you know, whatever. Building, researching, operating, but allergies. Allergies. Are you serious? Okay. Again with the nobody. Okay, that's fine. So now, you are starving 9 cycles. Okay. So the race is on. Actually, don't do that yet. Clean this up. So what I want to do is to put polluted water in this pit so that we could spoil food. I also have some polluted dirt around my base here that I can deliver as a food source from that Paku. Where did you go? Organic. Oh, wow. All you guys put the polluted dirt in the kitchen. That seems wise. And then, of course, there's a little polluted dirt here as well. Okay, this water's clean. Let's dump. And let's construct. So now this will be a pit with polluted water in the middle, and then a little bit of normal water on top. Speaking of the normal water, I'm going to have to deconstruct that auto sweeper temporarily. And then I'm also going to want to get a backup refrigerator here. I don't even need to plug it in. The intention is to use this refrigerator as a way to use the auto sweeper to load in food to go to the Pokespawn. That's really its sole purpose. Alright, so what about all the polluted dirt I wanted delivered? We have 800 kilograms of polluted dirt. I'm going to track down where it is and sweeping it. Oh, so polluted dirt shouldn't be in here at all. That's probably one of the problems. So polluted dirt needs to go to this storage bin here. That's organic. Okay, it already goes to the storage bin. And then it will be transferred via conveyor loader. So in this refrigerator, I want to put cooking ingredient sleet wheat grain. I'm going to set that to 8. And then in here, I'm going to say cooking ingredient sweet wheat grain as 9. Basically, and this was going to be a sweep only, so that we don't bring it ever back. And we're going to be delivering sleet wheat here for our friend to eat. Alright, so now that I have that pump, or that bottle emptier, let me get some polluted water to deliver. There you go. You're eating, eating, eating. Oh, you're eating good now. Okay, so this obviously will outgas, and I'm going to fix the outgassing with the bottle emptier. So down here, let's sweep the polluted waters. I know I'm actually getting a ton more than I intend. But let's sweep the polluted waters and dump it. Alright, so I know you're glum. And with that, grooming station. Let's get that back in there. I'm going to speed time up. Come on, someone deliver the water. Please, 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 please. Right, there's a lot of polluted everything here, which I'm going to have to aim to fix. But, you know, the saying, bigger fish to fry. I don't want my my little sad Pokespawn here to die, so I'm trying. Oh, looks like the incubators just got done. Let's incubate Pintro. Glossy. Glossy. Because I'm running low on glossies. And were these guys delivered? They must have been. Do we have like a baby stonehatch here? I don't see any babies. Oh, here's some babies. Yep, 2 glossy drecklets that are babies. And then there's 5 in there. Okay, good. And we have a baby regular drecklet. Good, good, good. Okay, yo! I don't know what's going on here, but y'all need to really, really, really sweep, please. Or, auto bottle. For polluted water. Alright, so now as you can see, the jumbo batteries are helping to take some of the power. It is going to off-put some heat here. So there's going to be some heat generated here, and I don't really have a good place for a Weezewort, so I'd have to make one. But for right now, the heat isn't sapping into my my ranch, so it's not an immediate issue. Like it is over here. Let's put these up to 6. Cool. Okay, my natural gas is now at max pressure, but I have my gas pump disabled, and I'm going to have to figure out a better solution to make sure that the gas pump is aware of its capacity. I'm going to turn this off and turn this on. Taking in new water because my reservoir is just about full. And I'm also going to say to you, disable temporarily. Okay, where did all the polluted dirt go? Did you eat it all? Oh my goodness gracious. Did you really? I guess you're filling up your K-cows. So I can't blame you, because I was starving you. But it is a lot of dirt. My good man, it was a lot of dirt. Alright, I'm getting a little fed up. What the heck is going on? This is reachable. Yes, yes, it's reachable. Obviously it's reachable because they mopped it. Here we go. Thank you, Dennis Keith, for getting the polluted water. Thank you. Alright, so that will put a layer of polluted water. And why polluted water? Polluted water works to rot food more quickly. Food in polluted water will rot. Is there an example of this? No. Sometimes you can find polluted water naturally rotting on its own. But not this time. Alright, so now we have a puddle of polluted water. In fact, I believe Pokespawn can live, like, fully submerged in polluted water. Alright, so yeah, your K-cows are back up. I want a little bit more polluted water than that. Looks like we're grabbing some. What I'm going to do is select it individually. Sweep to 9. And then I'm going to put regular water on top of it so it doesn't outgas or anything. Just like we did with our liquid locks. Same principle entirely. So essentially I'm building like a weird liquid lock in my ranch. Alright, there we go. I picked all the polluted water up. Why are you picking up? Okay, they're picking up the wrong thing, but whatever. This is old sweep tasks that didn't get deprioritized. Now, one of the reasons why I didn't use the jumbo batteries is the power leak. Smart batteries leak 400 joules per day. These bad boys leak kilojoules per day. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to add smart batteries. These, I have materials for the smart batteries. I have a lot of lead. I don't want them to leak that much as heat. Because basically what happens is it leaks it as heat. And, that's not good. So I have lead for smart batteries. So I'll just put some smart batteries in there. Alright, so how's my polluted water pit? So here we go. You see sleet wheat here. And it is being exposed to being polluted or whatever. And we'll get that rotted soon. Okay, back to shield suggestion. I'm going to have to... I'm just going to basically start over this whole thing. So set these vents to 0, yep, and then I'm going to have this be on automation. So let's go to power. Alrighty then. Now, another thing I could do is mark food directly for compost, rather than to wait for it to rot. So let me just do that. I'm just going to forcibly compost a whole lot of food. So, over here, I have got a bunch of pickled meal. And my pickled meal, I'm going to forcibly compost. And that way we can get this little Pokeshell better fed. Alright. On top of this water, let's go ahead and say... Not all liquid. Water. Just to cover it up so it doesn't outgas. Ooh, yeah, so food poisoning. Makes sense. So we're getting polluted dirt. And... this guy looks pretty happy. Cool. These incubators, I'm going to set to 9. Or, let's set to 7. Let's be more reasonable. More reasonable. Just so that we fill them up faster. God, this ice is going to melt everywhere. Well, we are doing a pretty good job of clearing out this space. I guess one of my worries is am I going to run out of slime storage? Yeah, I'm pretty close to honestly running out of slime storage, if I'm being perfectly honest. But, yeah. It just be that way sometimes. So farming. Station. Get you back in there. And printables. Gold amalgam. Building and researching with a ton of negative traits. Operating with no taste and twinkle toes. It wouldn't be terrible to have another operator, but it's too bad they don't have any skills. I don't want just a sole operator. And then you... I don't need a cooking supplier. I want more builder digger. So let's just print out the gold amalgam, even though I don't really need gold amalgam. So I'm going to cancel the compost. So these foods here will eventually spoil, right? It's going to eventually spoil. It just might take a while. All right, we're going to allow auto bottle there. That's enough water. So some foods spoil in polluted water. And that's what I'm intentionally trying to do. Is generate polluted water spoiling purposefully. Alright, so I'm going to fix this here. So the plumbing here would look something like a pitcher pump, but obviously I'm going to have to move things around because I don't have space where it's laid out right now, which means let's take a look at the, yeah. That might leak a little bit. I can always mop it up. Okay, are you clean? Yes, you're clean. Dump. And pump. Alright, I'm going to put minimal digging here. Because I don't want all the slime all at once. Okay, you, my good friend, are running out of things to eat already. I'm not doing a very good job of feeding you, I see. Cook ingredient, sleep with grain. So, do I have a big thing of sleep with grain anywhere? I think all of it is just like, I'd have to sweep it up from nowhere. So I'm going to set these to sweep, just so that I can really start generating rotted food. Because we can pick up a ton of it, right? Like Muhammad here is holding, how much? Like 100 sleep wheat grain? It's going to be a lot of food, right? That's the hope. Alright, so we almost have enough water here to aesthetically cover. Oh, it's actually going to overflow. Okay, bottle emptier. Deconstruct. And then let's put the sweeper back. And there's a bunch of sleep wheat grain that is getting dumped. There. Now we have 100 sleep wheat grain just sitting in there, starting to spoil. That's going to be food down the line. Very, very useful food down the line. And let's keep doing that. There's plenty of sleep wheat grain out here that I can just sweep up. Instead of manually compost, I'm just going to like leave it out in a spoilable environment. I don't think we can... Nah, we can't reach that. But it could be anything. And eventually what we're going to do is all of the excess mushrooms that we have, I will throw to spoil as well. I wouldn't worry about my cake house here. I can fix that really, really fast. Oh, why are you putting the... Okay, no. Don't do that. Now, these just care if they're unrefrigerated or not. Is there... There we go. Get it spoiled. Now, if it was in polluted oxygen, it would spoil faster, but I don't really have a room isolated for that. And every food is a little different. So another thing I could do is... Let me get my composter out again. Attribute increase, athletics, but not for Bryce. Bryce, you still running there? What is your athletics here? Oh, you got another skill point, didn't you? Let me give you proof carrying 2. Your athletics is 3. Okay, well, you still need a lot more athletics. So I'm going to leave you to run. Alright, so we have a composter. And we are currently composting pickled meal. And getting rid of the food sources we don't want. We have tons and tons of sleet wheat grain here. So I think we're on our way to fixing that problem. A bunch of our eggs have like food poisoning on them. That's pretty funny to me. Okay, continue water filtering. Alright, so any additional meal lice, let's compost that as well. And let's see, what else can we compost? I'm out of polluted dirt, so it means that I'm doing a pretty good job of feeding all that I can to them. Let's re-enable the sweeper. Oh, there's row in here. Yeah, there's a row. So when you re-enable that sweeper, go up to do it. Get that row. There. Now the row's been auto-swept, and the Pokespawn won't try to murder me. Yeah, that'd be bad. Alright, down here, I did say that I was going to put smart batteries in, so let's put them in with lead, because I've got, like, a ridiculous amount of lead from the oil biome. Thank you, oil. Lead and oil. Oh, I almost perfectly turned off my my pump. I have like less than 4 kilograms of natural gas storage left. That is phenomenal. Okay, did this? Yeah, it spilled. It's fine. Okay, I wanted to get rid of this valve as well. Over here, this was a shield suggestion of the bottler. The debris that's in there as well out, and then I'll set it up that it has a sensor so that it turns off when it's supposed to. So hydro sensor here and here. And we are going to want a liquid shutoff. Need that or this. Guess that's taking a backseat to the other stuff. How many directors do I have? 5 and 5. Okay, so it's doing it right. Looks like I'm limited on lime. So this ranch is a little smaller, but again, I really don't think I'm ever going to have a max size anyway, so it's really not much of a concern of mine. Some of this grain is spoiling pretty fast. It's pretty deep into the stale, which is good. And all of the additional polluted water that I'm intaking here is going to be, stop composting it. It's going to be composted. So the pickled meal here. Cancel compost and sweep. Cancel compost and sweep. So pickled meal and meal lice will go into this fridge. So edible, pickled meal, and meal lice. And then it will be sent for spoil. Pickled meal and meal lice. It'll take a little while for it to spoil, but it will in due time. Okay, so here's the batteries. And automation wire. I actually think I need an automation wire for these, but it's going to be the same. Okay, this pump is probably going to be disabled. Then all of this slime here, let's sweep up. I'll sweep it to 6. I want that buddy bud too. Everything in here, I just, you know, if it's sitting there, it is still producing polluted oxygen and the like. And it's important for us to get rid of that. I'm just slightly concerned about my slime capacity. I only have 7,000 kilograms of slime storage. Sounds like a ton, but might not be. Okay, so the pickled meal, let's make sure it went where it's supposed to. Which would be edible. You know, honestly, it might be in transit. I don't even know where it is. Oh, yep, there it is. There it goes. Oh, I know what's going on. Up here, we don't want pickled meal. Because right now it's just riding the rails over and over and over. We don't want pickled meal allowed to be sent. Actually, nothing edible should be sent, to be honest. So it was just circling around the rails and using power. That's kind of funny. All right, new printables. We got a researcher only, tiding farmer with bottomless stomach, fungal spores, or builder researcher. Oh my god, I don't want any of you. I'll just reject all. It's too bad you don't get some sort of benefit of rejecting all. If you enjoyed my little song there. Alright, so these Weezeworts are bringing the ambient temperature down a bit. That's good. Of course, the hydrogen that's stored in these gas reservoirs it's hot. It's cooking, you know? And there's only so much we could do about that. But, alright, so here we go. We have plumbing. Liquid shutoff. One liquid shutoff there. And one liquid shutoff here. And then that leads to... What is it? I made this. Iron. Okay, forget iron. Let's try that again. Liquid shutoff made out of lead, because I have so much lead. And then a liquid vent made out of gold. And the pipe will be like this. And it will need power. And then it will need an automation wire. I could have hooked it up to the vent too, I guess. I could have skipped the liquid shutoff. In fact, let's just do that. Let's make it smarter. Okay, so let's do that. Liquid vent. Here and one here. Or... No, I'm going to have it be down below. Plumbing. Hope this works. Alright, so it's more important to get the automation wire and the vent built before the pipes, so I'll prioritize that. Because I don't have a lot of lime, we are sort of backed up for producing iron and producing heat. So I'm going to... What is down here? Oh, petroleum got all the way down here. Oh, and it's... Yeah, let's mop that. Actually, let's mop that as an emergency. I really don't want that to sour. Fossils. Fossils, fossils. Okay. Dig a little fossils so we can get... get some more lime. Alright, so now this hydro sensor, if above 0, it turns off the vent. And that way... How are you already sensing... Oh, because is there... Oh, right. This is for inside a pump. Oops. Alright, let's disable the vents manually and me fix my stupidity here. Must be submerged. No, it was right. It's got to be submerged in liquid, but I don't... Let me fix this. Fix this, I'm going to do 4 wide. I think it's the easiest fix. I want to get this part done by the end of the episode, which is in minutes. So let's try to fix my mistakes. All right, so we did get all that mopped up. I want it swept. And we're starting to get some fossils too. That's good. All right, so deconstruct here. Deconstruct here. Alright, so now I have space for both a hydro sensor, bought up, made out of lead, and a vent down here. Plumbing vent, made out of gold. Lead and gold. And then the automation wire is going to bridge this way. And now it actually submerges for both. And let's get this at 7. Why can't I select that? Whatever. Okay, so we'll get that done. Yeah! Because of the extra fossils, we just produced a whole lot of steam and topped up our batteries. That feels good. Okay. Setting this to a big old 9 now. As it is artificially time sensitive. Right now, it's in 200 kilograms. Let's say if above... If below 500, send green signal. And let's connect the plumbing now. Priority construction, 9. Alright, so now as long as there's stuff in this reservoir, it will just constantly aim to puddle oil and petroleum, waiting for liquid locks in the light. Or for whatever purpose we need it for. And I'm just going to keep an eye on it to make sure once this hit 500, it turns off. But, you know, it should. Because I built it that way. And hitting the 5. Now, boom, it's off. Cool. And now we could just say, hey, if we want a liquid lock, we can auto bottle. I could just say... So we have 1,000 kilograms. We are going to need to... Ooh, I don't really have space. Uproot. Uproot. Hey, we are freezing oil in here. Let's uproot these real fast, I just noticed. It is super, super, super cold in here. Because we've been idle. So this oil hopefully will heat back up. Once I have more storage for natural gas, it won't be a problem. But that was kind of funny. We, like, damaged our oil refinery by freezing it. Alright, so yeah, that oil, as you can see, did... oh, no, it damaged because the oil in the pipes froze. And it damaged the oil refinery. But, yeah, it's because it got so cold in there. Alright. Well, that solves that. Alright, so now we have a very easily deliverable petroleum and oil for auto bottles and stuff. Which could be nice. We have a ton of fresh water coming in because of all the polluted water that I'm having to deal with. And I'm going to continue this until I watch this sleet wheat grain spoil myself. I want to see it become food. Food has decayed. Oh, that food. Come on now. You taunt me. Alright, so 2%. And it's going 6% per cycle. So in a third of a day, that should spoil away. Creating beautiful food for our poke shell. 1%. And there's a lot of sleet wheat grain. I mean, pretty much everything that I could get my hands on in the map is there. And there it is. It just decayed. And you are eating to your heart's content. Well, sort of. You eat it all? Dude, that's nasty. How much rotten food did you just eat in one go? I don't even know. But you know, that was not what I was concerned with. It was just the process. There's probably a better process, to be perfectly honest, that I might not know about, but this is good enough for me. So, if you have any feedback for me, do drop me a line in the comments below. Next episode, I do plan on working on my unified power station a little bit more before I do anything nice to have. So if you have something that you think is absolutely necessary, pressing, drop me a comment about what you think that thing might be. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch y'all next episode. Farewell.